Hello, gorgeous souls. Your angel message today is to work with your angelic teammates. I drop any resistance that I may have in receiving, allowing my prayers to be answered. It is safe for me to be happy. The more we work with ourselves and our spirit team, our guides, our ascended masters, our everything. The more we work with the cosmos, the more we get to feel in tune with ourselves and really in tune into ourselves, whether that be from the heart, whether it be in sensual, whether it be in relationships, whether it be whatever we are bringing into our lives. The magic of the universe and the cosmos and our support team, our spirit team, they're there. We're also being told to keep it in check today as well. So yesterday we were also told to slow down before completing what we need to complete. So pay attention to what is going on around you. You might be moving into something too quickly or missing some important details. And that's why we're being told to slow down, to complete our task, but to slow down so that we're not missing any vital information. And amber with contentment. Waiting rather than acting is going to be the most advantageous thing right now. So yes, we want to complete our tasks, but at the same time, as this one just said, we need to go about it so that we're not missing any important details. So be harmonious in our deliverance and in our research. Everything that we are putting together today. So I brought out some goddess cards the other day as well. I was going to read them for Mother's Day, but it wasn't apparently the right time to read them. So let's come into Morgan Le Fay. Okay, Morgan Le Fay is commonly remembered as the enchantress half-sister of King Arthur. She is in fact the great queen goddess ruler of the mystical island of Avalon, the fortunate island of the blessed dead, so they are very protected and looked after. Sometimes equated with the ancient Irish warrior goddess Morrigan, she is the Celtic death goddess. And as Morgana Fata, she is the controller of destinies and knows the fate of each person. She is noted for her healing powers, her knowledge of healing plants, and her prophetic vision. And like a shaman, she is a shapeshifter, able to take on any forms. So Morgan Le Fay represents that deep place of healing magic within each of us. She is the center where wisdom and healing flow, even in that moment of death. The ambivalence with which she is traditionally represented echoes our own fear of her own deep and ancient wisdom. She is that magic within all of us. As even in life and in death, we are always moving, we are always shape-shifting, we are always turning into something even more magical or to better us in some way. So that magic is so definitely inside you. It is everywhere. Know your power. Know when to stand your ground. Know when to be silent. But know how powerful you are. Venus. Venus is the Roman goddess of grace and love and called Aphrodite by the Greeks. She evolved from an early Italian nature goddess, the bringer of spring blossoms and vines. The goddess of growth and beauty of nature. The goddess of desire, Venus, is and was responsible and irresistible. She was the personification of both physical and spiritual love, and she gave her name to the second planet of the dawn and dusk, and did her sister goddess Inanna in Sumeria and Ishtar of Babylonia. The story of Venus's birth tells us how she arose naked from the sea, the source of all life, the primordial creation, and a symbol of both the collective unconscious and eternity. It is a wonderful image for the emergence of a young woman into her full femininity. Venus is a striking affirmation of love, of beauty, and of pleasure of the senses. And risen from the sea, she is the guide through both the stormy and the calm waters of our physical desires and emotions. So she knows that we need that balance of darkness and light in our sensual creatrix, where pleasure and fun lie. That is where we really open and blossom. In your beautiful creativity and flow, that is where you blossom. Struggling with my words today, yes I am. Only because Venus is inside me. So know that you are so a magical goddess or god. That beautiful power, that sensuality, that creativity, that flow, the darkness, the light, that is within all of us is needed. It's needed for our flow. It's needed for our creativity. It's needed for our advancing in our everyday life. Otherwise, we'd just be dormant and stagnant and not moving anywhere. Where do you want to be? Do you want to flourish and blossom? Or do you want to stay still? Staying still isn't always a bad thing, but it is if you're not evolving. Rhiannon. Rhiannon is the great goddess as worshipped by the Welsh. She is the embodiment of life, death, and rebirth. For in her realm there is no death without regeneration. Her name derives from Rigatona, which means great queen, another shapeshifter. She can assume any form she wants, and she often appears as a white horse. I love this, the deer representation here. She is the muse goddess and is accompanied by 3 sweetly singing birds who can revive the dead or put the living to sleep. The source of the king's power derived from Rhiannon, the queen and the candidate of the kinghood, met Rhiannon dressed as a stag, a real figure symbolic of rejuvenation, beauty, strength, and instinctual masculine energy, which I have a stag in my healing room, a picture. And that's what makes it so perfect, because it's everything. In Alta myth, she appears as Namu or as Vivian, the Lady of the Lake. If you know Arthur, you know what I'm talking about. Rhiannon is the beautiful queen of the night, and she is a reminder of the close balance between death and rebirth. And she demands that we honor our instinctual and animal selves as a source of creativity, of abundance, and of order, of that balance. And she knows. And that's what all 3 of these goddesses represent. That divine balance, that divine flow, that the magic that resides within us all. We are dark, we are light, we are all shades. So there's no use staying stagnant and not going anywhere at all. Open your heart and blossom to all possibilities that can then flow into your life. So much love and blessings.